Welcome, everybody. This is episode number 12 of the Liquor Store Blues. And the theme for this episode will be M&M, marijuana y mimosas.
Yeah.
Early in the morning. It's Saturday morning over here.
Early in the
We're going to make some mimosas from our newly revealed cooler that comes with ice and drinks. And we have some orange juice from an orange juice company that's not paying us for any advertisement. So please do not buy them. And Tropicana, if you want people to buy your shit from us, let us know. We'll put it, buy this shit. You know, we'll edit it real quick. Gotta make money.
Yeah,
Kind of hungry over here, you know what I'm saying? See, like...
the M&M's kicking in, bro.
Yeah, M&M's kicking in.
Yeah,
all right, so we'll have two Proseccos. The first one is Mioneto. David will put a picture on it because, you know what? Screw it here. This is the first one, Mioneto Prosecco, Italian Prosecco. And then the second one is another one called 90 Plus. So this brand, actually, they do not have their own vineyard. What they do is they go through various vineyards and they taste their wine and then they rate it, and everything is made of grades 90 and above. Again, not a specific winery, they're a white label company. So just like Trader Joe's, they will go to the local farmer or the local wine producer, they will try out their wine, and if they like it, if fits their criteria, they'll buy it. With that being said, please check me on this, fact check me, because we don't want to be spilling bullshit over here.
Right.
So, which one would you like to start with?
I'm actually, the 90 Plus, I think that was pretty good. We can start with that one.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the 90 Plus.
90 Plus.
And we have so much shit to talk about. So much shit. You have no clue how much shit we'll have to talk about. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Or
stay here while I'm opening the wine. Yeah. David is going to talk some shit.
So one of the things that I just wanted to get out of the way, I was telling you that's like been really bothering me. This fucking guy, the Fox reporter, Tucker Carlson.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
The guy that resonates with white supremacists.
Bro, without even getting to that, it's just so frustrating to me when people keep using him as a source. When this guy, he had gone to court, somebody like accused him of a defamation or some shit. So they were suing the guy, and I kid you not. Pardon me. I kid you not. Not only his lawyers, but the judge agreed that any reasonable person, no reasonable person watches and takes Tucker Carlson seriously. This was the court and the Fox News lawyers that made that argument. So after that, I'm sorry, but if you go to court and you are boom, and your argument is don't take me seriously because I talk a lot of shit, why do people keep taking this motherfucker seriously? He's not a good source of that freaking styrofoam. Yeah. He's not a good source of information. Just it's entertainment. You can't use that as a valid form of in the whole dialogue of progress and growth. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, I ain't taking you serious. If you're again, I just keep going back to it. It's like, I don't care, like the supremacists, that shit. We don't even have to get to that point.
You can't take him serious,
right? Like, if that was your argument already,
he's so by the book, and we all know that in real life, by the book doesn't really work. You have to improvise a lot of times. That it's scary, but at the same time, we already had regimes that we have experienced that go by the book, just like the Nazi regime, just like any regime or any political system that suppresses its constituents. Is that the right word? Constituents? People that participate in it? Yeah. It's stupid. And, sadly, that's what he's pushing for. And a lot of his arguments really don't make sense once you start challenging them logically.
Right. And
By the way, how much of that orange juice do you want?
I'll follow your lead, bro. Like, I don't know what's.
You know what? Yeah, if you're gonna follow my lead, so this is George's version of mimosa.
Do it.
Prosecco.
Do it. Oh, that's perfect. I'm game with that. Just looking for the equipment. Perfect. No, I think why one of the reasons why thanks, bro. One of the reasons why people are turning away from media, which is another thing about Fox, that they keep saying shit like the mainstream media. Like, if they're not the fucking mainstream media, like, bro, you're in the same goddamn boat, you know? It's like, oh no, but it's the like, bro, you are the fucking same shit. But
no, they just want to what is it called, to differentiate themselves from that,
yeah,
right? Which is
right, but they can't
because you can't.
Right, you just can't. Like, you're right there. You know, like, it's by definition you are mainstream. You know, you're mainstream. Like, that's it. But you know, it's like, by definition, I am Mexican. It doesn't, you know, like, it's just what I am. You know what I'm saying? But like, oh my god, dude. Like, I straight up, and I keep seeing these things like, oh my god, now Tucker Carlson's making the news because, you know, he said this. It's like, why is anybody paying attention? Stop fucking paying attention to the guy.
Because people don't really care about self-governing. Like, I was listening to this guy. Just 1 second. Let me finish my thought. I was listening to this guy that created Cocaine Cowboys, right? The series. I don't know if you've seen it. It's there's a new one on Netflix called Cocaine Cowboys, Kings of Miami.
Okay.
Watch it, dude. It is amazing series, and he lives in Florida, and specifically Miami-Dade. And he just on the podcast that I was listening this morning with Rogan. He was on Rogan. He said, you don't need to look further than Florida to see the future of the United States government. And honestly, if you take a deeper look at Florida, it's really scary. It is third world. He said it, and I'm going to take that away from, not take it away, but I'll borrow that phrase from him. Florida is a third world government with fourth world infrastructure. So apparently there was one of the, I think 3 of the latest deadliest infrastructure failures, like collapsing building, collapsing bridge, have happened in Florida, in Miami-Dade County. There was a bridge, like, listen to this, and that's why, you know, like, when people say shit about, like, the Florida man, like, there's a specific type of people that go out there and live out there. The more specific one is the people that actually go to avoid taxation, which it makes zero sense, right? Because if you're going to Florida to avoid paying taxes, you're automatically working for your best interest, which is not the best interest of the community, right? So he was saying there's a YouTube video.
What are you, a socialist, bro? You trying to help your brethren?
No, not at all. But there was a...
You monster, trying to help people.
So, for example, right, we all know about the Surfside tower collapse, right? By the way,
oh my god!
Funny enough,
yeah.
That building was also part of the Cocaine Cowboys documentary. That was one of the guys had an apartment over there.
Who? What is that? We could jump back, but what's the title "Cocaine Cowboys" come from? Like, what is that in reference to?
So basically, from the smugglers, a lot of the smugglers back in the day, we're talking about the early 70s to late 90s, they kind of wore a uniform. So they all had a cowboy hat, they all had the denim jeans, the spiked boots, and the belt.
Yeah.
And it basically became a uniform. So that's why they call them cocaine cowboys. Now, let's talk about those infrastructure. We're going a bit on a tangent over here, but And it's very interesting because
It's how we do it, the liquor store blues.
yeah, because in Rogan's podcast there were a lot of when he talked about Florida, apparently there's a lot of corruption. So let's examine one of the collapses, infrastructural collapses that happened in Miami-Dade County. It was a bridge that collapsed during stress testing.
Stress testing.
Yes, stress testing. So basically they test the bridge if it can take the load. Right. Now,
yeah.
prior to this, there have been emails that said that there are cracks in the foundation, which is really bad, especially for a fucking bridge. It's really fucking bad.
Right.
So, all right, they decided to stress test it, whatever. Now, what they didn't do is they did not stop the traffic from underneath the bridge. I know. Which resulted in the death of 6 people, one construction worker, and 5 civilians that were waiting downstairs on a red light when the bridge collapsed.
They were testing it.
Yes.
So they were actively trying to see if this motherfucker held up, and they
Yes.
were letting people. That's fine.
Travel
It's fine.
underneath. Yeah. 6 people, one construction
on,
worker, 5
man.
civilians, and please put
Yeah. Oh.
Right
I'm
here in the
gonna.
dead space.
Yeah.
right. So apparently Marco Rubio had connections to that company. So it's so corrupted already that it's so fucked up. And then there's another YouTube video of a dude passing a bridge in Miami, underneath a bridge with his boat. And he shows the cracks in the concrete. And he was like, yo, I really am scared to go under this bridge right now because it's actively collapsing.
Yo, isn't this aren't those things preventable by having, what is that word? What is that?
No
Regulations?
No
the
corruption,
corruption,
yeah.
regulations.
Oh,
like
and by the way, do you know
fucking-
how many people went to jail for that bridge collapse?
If you say 0, I'm gonna kick you. Are you serious?
Zero.
The-
Yeah, we'll put an order in for
my
we
God,
find about this.
bro. Please tell me that those families had. Come on, they have to have gotten some sort of justice, man.
I don't know.
Like
It's Florida.
you're
There's
crossing.
no justice in Florida.
Oh my God, bro! 'Cause
That's
you're,
why-
you're like. Can you imagine? You're just waiting at the red light. See, like that's when people say, "Oh, so you never know when it's gonna happen." Yeah, but there are certain moments which are preventable, like that one.
Yeah.
You know, you had some.
Just stop the fucking traffic.
Right, Jesus
Right.
Christ, man.
It's not rocket science. Stop
Right.
the traffic.
yeah.
And you know, with the United States government nowadays, and especially with the people that vote for those government officials, they don't utilize any contrarian thinking. They don't utilize any, what is it called? Any research. They don't do any research before they cast their vote. They just cast votes. To cast a vote, I guess. I don't know. But
Man.
that type of self-government, which, you know, will bring us to our next topic, Afghanistan, right?
Oh.
Because it was the same shit over there. And now that people are like yelling and screaming, you know, pulling out of Afghanistan and blah, 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 honestly, that was way overdue. And on top of that, it was like the second that shit started, it was already doomed to be a second Vietnam.
Bro.
And, you know, when you listen to the soldiers coming back and they say, hey, they don't want us there. The fuck, like, what were we thinking? And, you know, when I say that what we're thinking is, how come we never demanded from our government to bring everybody back? It was a war that was going to be lost either way. We did not change the culture. We did not understand the culture to begin with over there, right? We went in to kick ass. We had support from everywhere, because I think there was only one representative in Congress that voted against it. One person.
When we first went in there, like back in 03?
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was...
No.
01.
01. Yeah. Well,
it was right after the attacks.
I was gonna say that the reason we went was because of Bin Laden. That's what we thought that's where he was. You know.
Correct. Well, not only that. I mean, we went to fight a state that supported terrorism.
Right.
But we went in with zero. At least that's what I think. We went in with zero. What is it called? With zero idea of what to do, with zero plan, right? And then after that, there was that movie, I don't know if you remember, I don't know if it happened in Iraq or Afghanistan. It was a big Rolling Stone article about this general and how his people were just being loosey-goosey there. There was even a movie about it. I forgot the name.
I mean, I have heard that about... some military people have said that, you know, like I do take I'd rather listen to a soldier that's actually been to the places, you know, like how they feel about going to war. That's kind of one of the biggest selling points to me with the Democrat candidate Tulsi Gabbard, because she's ex-military. Even the guy who I guess I wouldn't. I know a little about his policies, but he's the guy with the eye patch.
Oh, yeah. Dan Kershaw.
Yeah. Like I would rather listen to him, you know, when it comes to topics of war, because you could talk all shit all day, but until you have actually gone to it, experienced it, you know, I feel like you would do everything you can to avoid the violence. Going back to Afghanistan, like, man, like that shit, it's almost, to me, as long as I can remember, just trying to understand all these wars, all this violence, my inner hippie comes out because it's like I don't understand them. I get to the point, you know, where you want somebody, where we were attacked and you want to defend your country, you know, you want to stand by it, and like, you know, I agree with you in that sense. But then when we came with the war on terrorism with Bush and fucking Cheney, and they just fucking went off, it seemed like they went off the handle. Now we're in Iraq, and now we're in Iran, like in all these places. I was like, why is all this thing happening so fast? It's almost like it was, not to get too conspiratorial, but it was like, did you motherfuckers plan this? Like what's happening? So fast forwarding now, it seems like at the bare minimum, what we could have done was evacuate the civilians first, and then the military, since they are prepared to, you know, for any attack that may occur. But instead, we pulled out the military, and the civilians were last. Like,
why?
Yeah, like
makes no sense.
Like what's like the most popular thing in fucking movies? Women and children first. You know, like that's fucking storyboard writing 101. It's like, why the fuck did you take out the guns first?
Well, you know that's
you want to hit
that I'm good. Cheers, by the way.
Salud.
You know, even then, I mean, not even then, but there was a great joke about this, and it was like a little son goes to his dad, and he goes, "Dad, what's the difference between in concept and in reality?" And the dad goes, "Okay, call your mom, your grandma, and your sister in." Kid calls them in. Dad goes, "Listen, if there is a dude over here who wants to fuck you for $1 million, would you fuck him?" And the daughter goes, "Well, you know, I'm not a prostitute, but it's $1 million. We can use it, so yes, I would." Then he goes, asks the same question to the mom. The mom gives the same answer. So does the grandma. And at the end, the dude goes, "Well, see here, son. Conceptually, we're supposed to have $3 million. In reality, we have 3 prostitutes on the down low." So it's the same thing with you know, in movies, in American culture, like the kids, the elderly, and the women go first. But in reality, fuck everybody. It's like everybody fends up for themselves. So yeah. That's.
But see, I would strangely understand that in a place where there's not an organized government, and we have elected officials that are voted to fucking think before they fucking enact rules.
Yeah, but
you know,
that doesn't happen anymore. Thinking is kind of like...
Man, well, I'm here to freaking, if it's not happening anymore, I'm encouraging you to fucking just sit down and think for like 5 minutes a day, It's just fucking go for a drive and just think, because like, holy bananas, dude. A lot of these things, a lot of these conversations, they just end up going downhill because people just pick a team.
Yep.
Just pick a team. It's like, how the fuck can you just pick a team? When
you're dealing with such complex issues.
Right.
Creating infrastructure is not as easy. We're going to build a road over here, and that's what... No.
It's like such a... No, the liberals are always wrong. Like, the right-wingers are always... Like, all of them, from both sides, all of them, really?
Yeah.
There's like, oh my... It's like... garbage coming out of my mouth right now.
I honestly think that what we should do next, especially with the Afghanistan issue that we're currently facing, is focus on our veterans first, right? I read an article this morning, 40% of them still suffer PTSD. They still feel unwelcomed here. Again, Vietnam 2.0. And it's so weird because if you said Vietnam 2.0, it did happen in the 2000s, right?
Right.
So, we need to, as a country, we need to focus on ourselves first before we can solve the world's problems. And there are a shit ton of problems to be solved, right? I mean, we have problems in North Korea, we have problems in Africa, we have problems in the United States of America as far as homelessness goes.
Jesus, man. Yeah.
Right? So we need to focus on these first before going or enacting a military action against anybody else. And, I mean, we all know Miami is going to be underwater within the next 20 years.
Right.
Without a doubt. Right? We also know that we have huge drug problems. And have you noticed how all of a sudden the drug problem is no longer talked about? Like the heroin.
Oh.
Like all of those. Well, you don't hear much about it. Now it's like, Black Lives Matter and what's the other one? Or who's a Nazi, who's not. What else they do?
I mean,
not focused on real issue.
But
like pronouns. We fight about pronouns now.
What are you getting at?
No, I'm just saying that our aims are off. Like our aim is off. Instead of, now we're more concerned about making bathrooms for transgender people than we're concerned about actually.
But it's not like it's one or the other. Like these are all important issues.
Correct. They're all important issues, but you have to prioritize, right? So you cannot prioritize gender bathrooms over homelessness issues because that's going to take away. That takes away time and money.
But what do you mean? Who's prioritizing these things? Like
the government. So the people that were elected in the government, right? They're more, for example, New York City, right? Right now, before the pandemic, they were more concerned about, what people should be addressed as far as their pronouns go, than they're concerned with homelessness. And if you have to, I'm not sure if it was totally enforced, but
it's sorry to cut you off, but it sounds like you're because it's not as simple as like they were presented with these two issues and they're like, oh, you know what, screw homelessness, we're gonna focus on
no, that's not what I'm saying. So it's just where they're focusing their resources. Right.
I think they focus the resources where the people are being loudest in. So, I don't think that necessarily that people that are. But
that's why we elect those people. You said it right. Like they focus on the issues where people are the loudest in. But I think that those are not the issues that they should be focused on. That's why they're elected, because if you look at the Republic.
Well, if you have a lot of people in let's say in the city and they are asking for this, It's the city itself. I wouldn't say it's the elected officials necessarily. It's a collective
Again,
move.
I think that the elected officials are elected and should be elected so they can analyze and deep dive into issues where people are being loud, right? So, for example, Black Lives Matter, right? Great movement, great idea behind it, shitty execution, if you ask me, right? Because till this day, we're still not able to take out the cops that don't need to be cops, that they have zero skills to be police officers. They still have jobs, right? And they still continue doing shit that they continue doing. So I think that the place of an elected official is to look at the demands of the people, right? Look who is the loudest and then decide if this is really the issue they should work on. Right? That's where I'm coming from. Because that's why they should be, that's why we elected them. Because if we're going only by who is the loudest, then it's mob rule. If you have mob rule, then you're not gonna get shit done. Like that's my point. That you elect the official, so when for example, when your issue is broken roads, right, versus somebody else's issue is the inability for them to access drinking water. The elected official has to sit down, and let's say the broken roads crowd is louder. He needs to sit down and evaluate the two issues and allocate resources appropriately to resolve those issues. But he's the person who needs to prioritize. So if you have somebody that's saying, that should be somebody with clear head, 3,000 feet view to see the big picture. Which
That's what you're saying.
Which issue is more important to us? And when it comes to utilities, I think that every American citizen should have access to basic utilities, such as drinking water. Hey, what's up? I'm looking at you, Flint, Detroit. How come you've never... Honestly, by now you should have been like, fuck this shit, we're outside of America. Because nobody gives a fuck about you. I'm sorry. But nobody... Like, that's just the simple truth. Nobody gives a flying fuck about Flint, Detroit, and the fact they don't have drinking water from the tap. Because you live in the United States of America. If we're going to consider ourselves a first world country, we should really have first world amenities. And one of those amenities is fucking access to drinking water. From the tap.
What do you mean nobody gives... What?
What do you mean?
You said nobody gives a fuck about it.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about Flint. Have you heard any improvements in Flint, Detroit?
That's just been going on for years.
Yeah, exactly. So nobody gives a fuck about them because the issue is not solved. And it's not.
Do you give a fuck about them?
Yeah, but I have no power. Were I elected, I think, like, if I ever run for some bullshit ass public office,
maybe you should.
I don't know. We'll see about that. It's too much, man. But yeah, so listen.
Everybody knows how to fix it, but nobody wants to fix it.
You know what? You're right about that. Right? You're right about that. But yeah, so I think that's the people we should vote in, and the fact that most of the freaking politicians are lawyers kind of scares me.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like,
yeah. See. Like, I guess. Why to me it sounds. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I don't think it's not that difficult, but for me, it's a little difficult right now. To put things like the elected officials are focusing on, for example, BLM, as opposed to solving the homelessness problem. I don't think those two issues necessarily are at odds with each other. I see what you're saying, that all the as a governing person, you should be able to see the big picture. But I don't think, or better yet, I don't know how the whole allocation of resources, like how are they being distributed? Is homelessness being is homelessness not getting the resources that it needs because of BLM, or is it just that the things that we hear about, because we don't at least I don't hear about what laws are passed specifically. All you hear is, so they're gonna do this new law, and it's like this like general ass law. Like what we hear is the news, and in the news, the media, they have a focus. Kind of like we've said before, like they're still a company, they still need clicks. So understanding that every news outlet is trying to make money because that's just what fucking capitalism is. But as an observer, it's your intellectual responsibility to be able to differentiate when an outlet is just feeding to the narrative. You know, like I wanna know more about what specific laws are being passed. Like apparently, like this fucking Texas abortion law. Apparently, it wasn't the way it made it so far ahead to the fucking Supreme Court. The way it got there, it wasn't because they were clear about what they wanted to do. They fucking hit that shit. And I forget the actual law that they were trying to pass. Like apparently, this was what I heard. It was hidden in another bill, and then that's how they were able to sneak it in. You know, that's what I'm saying. So like, had the specifics been known, or maybe just easily accessible, hell, maybe there's a website where I can go look this up, you know, and see, you know, with like layman language, basically, like give me a translated version, you know, an abridged version of a law, like, you know.
I'm pretty sure those are available.
I'm gonna look it up, and hopefully I'll have a source. But I think those things are important, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we'll see, man. It's an interesting time to be alive. I just don't believe that we'll make it out of this situation okay. And you know, that's my point of view. I think that eventually we will become.
I think it's gonna be like Rome.
Getting there.
Damn.
Getting there, and it will take a long time, you know, for us to differentiate. Plus, at the end of the day, I am like, I think Europe got it right. I think that Europe got it right, and here we are doing it very wrong, because Europe has certain laws that protect their citizens from ignorance in a way, right? So they do have those long vacation days. Like, for example, my friend who lives in Germany.
All of Europe, or just a specific country?
Most of the developed countries in Europe. So, for example, in Bulgaria, you get like a month off, right? I know that in Germany, you get like a month and a half off. So that's what I was going to say. Like, my friend, he lives in Germany. He lives in Berlin. He's coming to Mexico.
Oh, yeah,
soon, right? And I'm going to go see him. I haven't seen him in like 20 years.
You're going to go surprise him.
Yeah. I'm going to go surprise him on his birthday, by the way. Yo, Vito, if you're watching this, man, fucking A, we're going to see each other, man. I love you, motherfucker.
Yeah, he forgot this whole conversation. We had this conversation, remember?
Did I?
Yeah, because I asked you, like, what are you going to surprise him if he knows when you're going to see him? And it was you like, I'm going to surprise you between 10 and 12. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's the surprise.
Yo.
But,
dude.
Go ahead.
Do you... oh, man.
All right, formulate your question.
Yeah. Sorry. Because so talking about, you said Europe got it right. One of the biggest difference is that Europe is a bunch of small countries. The United States is a ginormous fucking country. It's a goddamn continent.
Not really.
You know, what do you mean?
Well, first of all, the United States is a republic, right? So let me explain where I'm going with that.
All right.
The whole idea of a republic is you have individual territories that come together as a one big territory, but those individual territories have their own requirements. So, for example, what you need in New York is not what you're going to be needing if you lived in Tennessee or if you lived in Alabama. You know, different desires. That's the whole idea about a republic. Now, if you look at the European Union, they're doing the same exact shit, right? So what they did is, and their slogan is very interesting. Their slogan is unity through diversity, right?
Does Europe have like a head honcho, like a president?
No, but they do have a parliament, right? So, and then each country
The European
rotates.
Parliament?
Yeah, and then each country rotates as like not a host but a representative or some shit. Like the people that got power, basically. I think.
Like a small UN.
Yeah. Double check me on this one again.
Yeah, we'll do.
But I think that it was. It's very interesting because basically they are different states, just like the United States, that decided to have economic unity.
Well, right.
Which is, again, the United States. They came up with their own currency for that economic unity, which is the euro, right? But the issue is that, well, it's not an issue. The difference is that they actually made people choose. So you could be part of the Eurozone, which is, you using the euro and European Central Bank, or you can have your own banking system. Like, for example, the way the UK was when they were in the European Union, they refused to use the euro. They wanted to use they continued using the British pound, which allowed them actually to exit the union later on because they had their own currency, right? It made it just a little bit easier for them, I think. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that they got it, like, it's taking a little bit, it's slower, but I think they have the right idea of how to move forward.
No, that's kind of what I was saying. I mean, I understand. Yeah, it's a republic, but it's not like we rotate presidents. Like, okay, so this year is Florida, and 5 years we go to New York, and in 5 years we go to Maine.
I think we should. See, that's a good idea.
That's what I was going with. That's what I was going at. Is that not. I believe, as of right now, I strongly believe that
you need more alcohol. I believe that's.
It's totally doable that we can. I mean, it's fucking going to be hard as shit. But if the country evolved into sections, just gonna throw the sections out there, like. What if the Southwest was its own thing? Its Southeast was its own thing. You know what I'm saying? The country is so big that you have this like ginormous bubble, and you're trying to get all these kids to understand. You're trying to get all these children to listen to you, but they're all fucking running around because you have too many of them. But if you focus on one kid at a time or two kids at a time, you get more understanding. You get you get their attention, So you develop those individually. You know what I'm saying? So if it would be like a divide the country to bring it closer together. You know what I'm saying? So this way you have your own sex. So that you can have your own fucking laws over here if you want, fine, but you still got to follow these ones if you want to be part of the European Union.
Yep. I mean, I've been thinking a lot.
Thanks, bro. Cheers.
Cheers. I've been thinking a lot lately about governing ourselves and shit like that. And man, I have like a blonde moment because I forgot what I was gonna say with that. Oh, there you go. So, what did I just say? Because I was going.
M&M is kicking in.
No, I wish. I haven't even had an M&M yet, but.
You want? Pass me your ball. I could pack it with this one if you want.
No. I have my joint ready over there. What I'm gonna do right now is just. I wanted to say this.
Maybe because you're unfocused.
Oh, this is it. So I think that as society progresses, we need, as a society, we need to figure out certain rules exactly about what you were saying. And this is my idea, how we can kind of get around all of the misinformation or bias reporting and all that shit, right? Social media especially. And I think that we have faced something similar before with utilities, right? Because utilities were deregulated for a while. Also, I'm not sure if you know, but the U.S. rail system was also privately owned for quite some time before it became under one umbrella, right? I think that we should do the same thing with information. People that distribute information as far as social information goes, and it should be made into utility type of thing or type of company, right? Regulated, severely regulated, by the way, and punished. So we already done it once. I think we should do it again, but this time with social media and with the news. Because what you were saying about Tucker Carlson, it's very interesting, right? If the judges and the court decided that this is just for entertainment, then there should be a disclaimer, right? And not only should it be a disclaimer, but we should regulate that. And I know that it kind of sort of goes against the First Amendment and freedom of speech, right? But at the same time, we already kind of did it with utilities. So we have a standard, throughout the United States about drinking water, right? But maybe we should have a standard about news. And I'm not saying that, do not have news for purely entertainment, because most of the
but those aren't the same things, bro. Because it's I think we can objectively agree on what
I think
drinking water is.
I think they're becoming that.
But you can't. We can't like objectively on what actual good speech is. Like that. That's the whole point of free speech.
Not good speech. Good information. Not good speech. But for example, make it the same way you regulate the quality of the drinking water, you can regulate the quality of social media. It doesn't have to be limiting your speech in order for you to be, because social media has become such a tool now.
Oh, dude, but then there's an entity that decides what is proper speech. And that's...
No. Again, not proper speech. We're not talking about speech. We're talking about the information.
Right, or fine, like... Proper information, example, there would be an entity that says, no, that's not proper. You don't need to know this.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Or you can't. Okay,
the quality of the information. So, for example, fact checking, right? You should not be allowed to be. I'm
all for sources.
Look at how bright he got after that.
Yeah. I'm all for sources, like fucking footnotes. We did that shit in literature, for crying out loud. And we could differentiate. Say, okay, that's different, But
that's what I'm going after.
Yeah. I'm totally on board with that. Like, just put the source. If report the reporting. But if you don't have a source, you gotta say this is my opinion, because
exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. Yes. I'm all for. Because again. You read a book. If I open up Harry Potter, I understand that what I'm reading is fiction, And if I'm reading like an actual philosopher or a science book, like they have sources.
Yep.
Okay. See this. See, like, and I'm totally 100% with that, especially in the news, because it gets shaky. And I know, I brought up Fox, but you know, it's you see it on the other side also. Exactly, you know, CNN. You know, like it's like you see them there as if just put the source. You know,
put the source.
Anyone that has a disagreement with that, you got something to hide.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
If you don't want to get your beliefs challenged, then you don't belong in the arena of intellectual discussion. You know, of information.
Yeah, you hear that, Tucker? You hear that? You hear that? He's pretty little white boy over there.
Yo, Fox is gonna sue us, bro.
It's okay.
Bring it.
No, it's okay. I mean, what they gonna tell me? What?
It's for entertainment purposes only.
Exactly. It's for entertainment purposes. Like, I don't know, man.
But which is why I love putting sources, bro. I love putting our sources.
That's why we're here. That's honestly, that's why I asked you to check me. Yeah. To fact check me, because you know sometimes we do lie. I think we lied on the last podcast. Was it not the liquor store episode 10?
Lie. Okay, so that's a good differentiation. There's a difference between lying and being misinformed.
Okay,
or
so
just misspeaking, or we just didn't know.
We were totally misinformed. You're right, but we said it as if it was a fact.
What was that?
I don't remember. I remember when I was talking. I was like, "Oh, just put an arrow, say he lied or some shit like that." I forgot which topic it was on.
No. We were talking about a. It was a story, like a. Oh, the baker. The
baker.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the gay baker.
Gay baker.
Right. Basically, that there was an urban legend that the baker the couple that wanted to get their cake made by a baker, and the baker turned them away. There was urban legend saying that they actually went around asking different bakers, looking for a baker to discriminate against them. Yep. Which,
and I was the one who brought that up.
Yeah, source not found. You know, and that's also a thing. And I'm glad you guys are here for the ride, because we actually try to be as clear and as honest as possible. At least I personally never want to misinform anyone, and I do my best if I can. If I forget something, you know, I'll let you know. But I try to speak as honest as possible, because I know what it's like to be lied to, and you know, just buying the bullshit. You know, so it's just everything you hear. Just give it a minute, take a step back, and think about it again, because.
Or don't.
Oftentimes, what? No, always think about it. What do you mean?
You know what? I have to disagree with that. And
always
hear
think
me out.
about it, please. My goodness. This is going to be the first fight in the liquor store blues.
No. Here's my point of view. You can't always think about stuff, because then if you're not focused, you won't be able to achieve anything, right? So what I am saying is that if you had to source and double check every piece of information you got, that would be so time consuming that you would not be able to focus on other things that you're very good at, right? So, for example, if you tell me that the earth is flat, right? By the way, for all the peoples that believe the earth is flat, the United States military created this brand new branch of the United States Armed Forces called Space Force, where you can actually go, if you're good enough. You have to be good enough. You can go up in space and take a look. You can do that. So I invite every flat earther to join the Space Force in the United States. You guys, there is work that needs to be done. And, you know, if we need to see that the earth is flat, we're going to see it from up there. Now, I don't want to join the force. I don't believe. I see the curve, you know. I see the curve. So I'm not going to join them. But you should. Bro. You totally should, because you can contribute to debunking us calling you liars. And stupid pieces of shit. Like, you can really do that because you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna become a Space Force pilot and I'm gonna fly like airplanes in space. Well, not airplanes because there's no air in plane, right? But spaceships in space, and I'm gonna take pictures and I'm show them that there's no curve. So please join and do your best, and then disprove me. Because like that curve, man, is so beautiful. It's like nice and round,
bro.
It's like a Latin woman booty. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man. So as much as I agree with my boy about go verify for yourself, join Space Force, because like honestly, man, I think like I would if I could, I'd join Space Force. Get the fuck out of here. What's fucking go to space? Dude, that's Starship Troopers type shit right there. That's mad cool.
Just the name,
fighting bugs. But I've yet to find. I mean, once you start believing conspiracy theories, like one that big that the government is lying to you about the shape of the Earth.
Not just
because everyone, every country, they're all in on it, bro. To the point that Australia doesn't exist. Australia ain't real. Like once you get to
I know an Australian. What's up, Brandon?
Clearly, my dude Brandon is a paid actor.
Right.
I'm dead serious. No, so again, once you believe you're being lied to at that scale, joining the military is going to be the last thing they do, because you're going into the mouth of the lion or the wolf or whatever. Pick your predator.
No risk it, no biscuit.
No. Did you know that it's? Who was it? Was I telling you that a flat earther was asked if they would go up in outer space if they had the chance, and they said, you have to wear the astronaut suit. It's like, I mean, they're gonna give me that helmet, and I'm gonna see the curve because that's what the helmet makes me see. So,
fuck it, take off the helmet. Let us know how it goes. I
don't want you dead. Don't you take off your fucking helmet.
Come on, we can film it.
No,
we can film it.
Think about the big picture. Because if a flat earther goes up into space and dies, the flat Earth community is gonna explode. It's gonna be like, they killed one of ours. It's a threat. Wait.
Who said it has to be only one flat earther? Let's send.
I don't want anyone to die, man.
Oh come on, you have to again.
What do you mean? Come on! Don't listen to this piece of shit, all right?
Let me finish. Let me finish. Jesus Christ, fucking Kanye over
Jesus
here, man.
Cristo.
This is fucking Mexican Kanye over here.
Why?
Because remember when he said to Taylor Swift, "I'm gonna let you finish in a minute."
Oh,
so
that dude,
piece of shit too.
He got problems. He got
different tangent, ladies and gentlemen. But Drake owned him. I listened to both albums, Domda and Certified Lover Boy. Mm-hmm. Certified Lover Boy is just so much more inspiring. Versus Kanye.
I heard some. I didn't hear the whole thing, but I heard a couple of tracks of the Donda, and like they seem pretty cool. Is it a concept album? Because it sounds like a concept album.
Dude, I don't
like it's you know concept albums?
It's stupid. No, but it's so I couldn't like.
It's like listening to a Pink Floyd. You know how you can't listen to like one track out of the wall. You gotta listen to the whole wall.
Listen to the whole shit.
That's what I mean. It's like if Donda is like that.
I don't know. Fucking ask Kanye right there, man. He's on YouTube.
I'm asking,
Kanye.
He's not gonna answer me.
Know. Well, how do you know? How do you know he's not gonna answer you? You gotta ask. Ask the question.
All right, Kanye. Can you explain the album to me, please? Were you trying to make a concept album?
That's it.
But he's not going to answer me. I can't hear him. I can hear you.
No, hold on. He's going to answer you through another YouTube video. Because he's going to be like, yo, the liquor store Blooze questioning my artsmanship, which is, I'm not doing that, bro. But I think he's a great artist. I just think that album was shit.
I only heard a couple of tracks and it sounded pretty cool. But My point was, did you listen to the album from beginning to end, like as an album?
Yeah.
And you thought it was all right?
To both of them, yeah.
Right.
One of the things that turned me off the most was that Donda chant in the beginning. Like, it was legitimately a track going Donda, Donda, Donda. And I'm like, I cannot. Like, this is like brainwashing to me. Like, if I have to chant something in the beginning of an album to be primed, then fuck you. Then you lost. Like, whatever you were trying to do as my conscious being, like, you lost me. Like, like Pink Floyd did not have a chant on The Wall or on what is it called?
So it just wasn't for you.
Definitely not for me. I'm not, that's what I'm saying. It's still till this day. No, but
guy's so passionate about how much he hated Donda.
Hold on. Yo, Kanye, let me finish my point. Jesus Christ, this is a Kanye fan right here. So here's my thing, right?
He's talented. I'm not a huge fan. He's talented.
He is talented. Fuck, like, but I think he's more talented as a designer than as a musician nowadays.
I haven't seen
and that's what made you the money, by the way, right? Like, you didn't become a billionaire because of your music. You became a billionaire because of your Yay brand, right? And Adidas
really?
partner. Yeah.
I thought,
by the way, I think that's why
he has a bunch of like number one
I'm not saying
albums and shit.
Yeah,
of course, that brings you
Graduation.
Money. Yeah.
Graduation was one of the best shits I've ever heard in my life. Like, I was like, oh shit.
Life.
But Donda, compared to Certified Lover Boy, and the fact that he went after Drake, like he picked that same fight with 50. I don't know if you remember back in the day.
Oh, dude, I don't understand the fucking.
He picked that fight with 50 and he won, and then he picked it with Drake and he lost. Clearly lost. Dude, I would never listen to Donda. By the way, that's what I was going after, is that the fact that he picked the fight and he was like, I'm going to drop my album on the same day that you drop our album, and I'm going to outstream you and I'm going to outsell you and blah, blah, blah. And then you ate dick. Like, he ate dick. Listen, 50 is a great rapper, but 50 was old school rapper. We already knew.
It's a bunch of drama queens, bro. It's like, fuck, like, who gives a shit? Like, I've never been.
I do.
But I've never.
And I'll tell you what I do.
Nobody's ever like upset me so much that when I'm gonna write a song, so I'm so angry at this guy, and I'm gonna curse him out, and I'm gonna what a fucking drama queens, bro. I was like, what? Yeah. Like I never understood that shit. Like at least like back in the day with fucking Pac and Biggie, like I think that there were actual violence was going on. I remember the details. More metalhead over here. But like this shit was like, oh yeah, he dissed me on the track. I'm a diss. Like, fuck off. Just how's your music? Do you enjoy writing songs? Is your life that boring? You got to talk about somebody. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's the whole idea about rap too. Like, if there's no drama, because it does originate in a place where there's a shit ton of drama. Dude, when you walk into the ghetto, you gotta man up. Like, that. Because you can go into a Hoboken bar. Hold on.
Is that drama, though?
That is totally drama. Again, let me finish. Let me finish.
Sensitive ass bitch over here.
With your questions before my thought is through. So, think about it this way. Rap originated in the ghetto, right? In the ghetto, there's always drama. There's always drama in the ghetto. People are actually very concerned with other people, right? Come on. Let me finish the thought.
Yeah.
So, you're in the ghetto. Anybody questioning your manhood, your skills, your ability automatically becomes an enemy. Automatically. Like, let alone a fucking diss track, dude, and that makes it to the billboards, and now the whole country knows what the fuck this dude is thinking about you. You gotta come back, right? And that's just the way I don't know how to explain, but that's just the way the ghetto is. Like, every time I go into a bar
But I don't know about Kanye, but Drake came out of the Disney Channel. So then what the fuck are you? So you're just a drama queen.
wait. Hold on. We're talking about the rap and the Biggie now, no? And the Biggie beef and all that shit.
Oh
That's what
no,
I'm saying, like,
but I
rap has always been attached with
justified
drama.
that one. I said that one because like there was like violence. But these motherfuckers, Drake and Kanye, like if you want a conspiracy, there's a conspiracy. These two motherfuckers, they just pretending to be in a fight and they're just making money, which is like
That's
smart, makes sense.
You're
But
right.
just-
It's exactly what it is, and I think that there is, again, that drama comes from back in the day, back those rap beats that you're talking about. Just the way that neighborhood is structured. Like that neighborhood doesn't. Well, at least that's my experience. That neighborhood is very about. I'm gonna help and I'm gonna do everything possible for my homies, you know what, for my friends and my close family to rise up, but fuck everybody else. So I think only recently, like rappers like Nipsey Hussle, J.I. Prince of New York. By the way, great young kid. Like lyrics of the amazing lyrics. Nipsey Hussle was probably the only rapper that kind of like reinvested in the neighborhood he came from what I know. And you know, like I look back at NWA. They moved out, and when Ice Cube made that diss song for the NWA, it hit the right points and it became so popular because it was true. Because they didn't go and back and reinvest, like they didn't build a nice building where they came from. They moved to the hills. And it was like, oh. So that thing has always been, that mentality of getting out of the ghetto, and that's what I got from the Bronx. Everybody wanted to get out, but nobody wanted to make it better. And it's like, but what the fuck? Like, it makes...
Right. So invest in your community. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because if you're trying, like, if you are trying just to get out by any type of means, then, you got out. Okay, congratulations. But that's not a real fight. That's a fight that probably 99.9% of the population in the whole world will take. Just go to India and give an Indian guy an opportunity in the United States and see what fucking happens.
Right.
But to actually go back and reinvest and work, like take that load in, and that's what I'm saying. That was never like they will talk about where they grew up, but like they would never talk about like, I went back and I did this. I think Fat Joe is also a person that invests in the neighborhood he came from. I have to double check on that one. I might be talking out of my ass, but him. I think Nas also.
You just make me reflect a lot right now, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
I'm thinking of my fucking neighborhood. You know, like, oh shit, yeah.
Oh wait. Your neighborhood? We're gentrifying that shit, man. It's gone. Enjoy,
man.
the memories. It's like same shit with the Bronx. Bronx is getting gentrified, like it or not. There are high rises in South Bronx right now on 131st. I think it was like right by Willis Avenue Bridge, where back in the day, I used to get challenged just because I was white. Like people would look, be like, he's that motherfucker cop. Like, dude,
Really? They thought you were a cop?
Dude, I knew the only white girl on the whole block. She was Russian. Her name was Dasha. Her father was a priest. She was the only white
Fucking
girl on the whole
priest.
block. And
Priest's daughter.
every time, like, we go there and shit.
It's fucked up, Alan.
That was a good one.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Man, you took me off my rant now. I don't know where I ended. Somewhere on my priest's daughter. Damn. Now that's the marijuana kicking in.
Waka waka.
Anyway. So, priest's daughter.
What, man? You know, the holy of holies.
Man, I hope she's doing well. Like, I really do.
Oh, by the way, it was more
Like, yeah, I know,
general,
but like,
not your specific friend.
I know, but it
she's
was
a wonderful
it still
young
hit
lady. I'm sure she's like.
I really hope she succeeded in whatever she wanted to do.
Yo, isn't that crazy that there's people that don't fucking want good shit to happen to other people? You know,
Fuck those people.
but on the same token, you know the shit that be low could be getting under my skin when somebody does a post of themselves or whatever, and it's like blah 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 to all the haters or hashtag to the haters. Like,
who cares?
right? It's like, do you actually have hate? Do people in your life actively walk around and say,
Fuck you.
You know, fuck you, I hate you, I hope your life is the worst? Or are you just like fabricating this thing?
It's possible,
You know?
because misery loves company that's miserable.
So who would be the
don't
miserable in this?
Usually the
scenario?
person that wishes bad on that other person.
Man, but Jesus, man.
So-
It's like, if that's you, then you go for a walk. Stop being a bitch.
So
you know?
yeah, man. I mean, it's, but yeah, like,
Just
so
be happy for folks.
gentrifying. See, I lost my train of thought again. Fucking
Shit.
A.
Yo, this Kanye guy is a real piece of shit. I thought you gotta light it with a match. What you doing it wrong over there,
Yo, too late for that shit.
Mr. Cool Guy? Doing cool things wrong because he's cool. Oh, what are some?
I shouldn't have. Damn. I shouldn't have. Whatchamacallit. Yeah.
Oh,
man.
sure, brother. Thing.
What thing?
I'm looking at my notes. The sex museum.
Oh, you didn't bring that shit.
I didn't bring it with me. I apologize.
Wait, why
but I
are we
will-
going off the rant of like the ghetto and low income neighborhoods, man? You fucking the flow up.
I'm sorry. My bad. You weren't
I
talking
forgot already.
You weren't talking, so I thought I had to jump in with something else. I apologize.
No. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know. Donda, Certified Lover Boy was way better because like even his problems are inspiring. You know what I mean? And I took that line from Andrew Schultz, but
His problems are inspiring. What does that
yeah,
even
like
mean?
I'm like, yo, I wish I had your problems, like, because those are some sophisticated problems, bro.
Those are some real good solutions. Your solutions are so clutch that your problems.
Yeah, are inspiring. Like,
Dang. All right.
yeah,
What were the problems?
you gotta listen to Certified Lover Boy.
Stay away.
Come on, it's gonna be like an hour and 40 minutes of your life. It's good.
Hour 40 minutes. That shit.
But it's
better.
good. It's good.
Man.
All right, so on to the next topic.
All right.
You want to pop that other one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yo, what we're gonna do with that cooler, man? Do you have like a marker or something where we can write liquor store blues cooler?
You can't keep it in your car or in your house.
I mean, I can, but I'm moving, and I'm most likely gonna. Fuck it, I'll take it.
When are you? You know what I'm gonna do is I need to invest on a thing, one of those mic stands, because those don't hold this guy. Oh, or maybe just a fucking head that holds this guy. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna look for that shit.
No. Yeah, there more changes coming because once we get the house, man, we'll have a studio downstairs.
So when are you sick? When is that happening?
That is happening December, so I'm hoping by February of next year we'll be recording there.
Okay, so all right, so but it's good. It's gonna take some. That's what I'm saying. So I want to get this thing sooner rather than later. At least the holder.
Yeah. The holder? Yeah, gotcha.
Oh no, bro. So the fucking sex museum. I really wish I brought the pamphlet. So I'm gonna talk out off of memory. I'm gonna insert the images of this place and whatnot. But that picture that I sent you, did you read it?
Yeah.
Yo, that shit made me sad. Just like the whole fucking thing. What was it like? As early? What was it? 1950?
Mm-hmm.
As early as 1950. Those are
fathers.
Yeah, those are our parents, man. What was mine? Yeah, 50, 60.
Dude, my dad was born in 1957.
Mine's
Fuck
50.
me,
Mine's 58. Yeah. 59?
All right, so grandparents.
Whatever. Sorry.
Let's put it that way,
Grandparents. Fine.
grandparents.
As far as their grandparents, people thought, holy shit, I'm going to have to edit this shit because it's taking me forever to fucking say the words. We're guilted into, not into, but about touching themselves. Like, you couldn't masturbate. Like they had fucking these belts where like would sell to parents so that they would torture you and shit. There was
Wait. Yeah. Hold on. We have those two now. It's called chastity.
Yeah, but that's voluntary chastity, pendejo. It's not like your fucking parent be like, nah, motherfucker, you can't touch your
Yo,
shit.
Rebecca, lock him up.
What? Shorty got me locked up, bro.
No, the other way.
Oh, no, don't.
So he doesn't touch himself.
Don't listen to this guy.
Just lock him up.
Hey,
like,
man.
no touching yourself.
Hey, man, a little self-love, it's lovely. What can I say?
Goes a long way. Goes a long way. By the way, that was my tactic a while back when I was still dating around. Like, I had to masturbate before I went and met a chick. This way I know if I really like her or not. Because if I go in all horny and shit, it will be like, oh, okay, I like you either way because, we can get in. Right. Yo, because, yeah, that's the Mioneto, by the way.
Oh, the Mioneto.
So, yeah, that was my tactic. And it worked wonders, man, because there were some chicks that I just couldn't stand. But there were some others that I was like, just a smidge. Just to give it color. That's it. Yeah, perfect.
I thought you were talking about the girls, I wouldn't meet them, and I would just say, just a smidge.
No.
Just the tip.
Yeah. No. But, like, I have to say, I think I've stick my dick in crazy in my whole life twice. And I can identify those women. Like, by name. By name. No. Of course, I'm not, I'm not going to give the name out. But, yeah, twice. And both of them, top 10. No, not even top 10, top 5.
Damn.
Both of them. Are you going to go take a leak?
Yeah. Chris, it'd be cool, man.
No, he's going to be pissing. So we're going to hear that shit.
Edit.
No, what editing? Hold on. How do we do this? Let's go spy on that motherfucker. Pain. Louder! All right. I get stupid like that sometimes. But yeah, new cooler, new glasses. Oh, shit. So here's what else is coming up. We actually started writing shit down on a notepad. Ooh, we're going to talk about Michael Jordan, Andrew Schultz and censorship. Yeah, I honestly don't remember that one. Oh, the VMAs. Oh, this is going to be a good one. I have so much shit to say about the VMAs. And another general. We're going to be talking about another general. General Mark Milley. David is going to talk to you about that one. He has real issues with that. Real issues with that case. Apparently motherfucker was motherfucker. Fucking traitor and shit, man. Yo, you know what? You need to push more, man. It wasn't loud enough. I'm sorry, but it felt like a little stream, not the waterfall that we were expecting. We were. I'll be honest. I was expecting something about the sound of Niagara, and it was the Bronx River.
Hey, man.
But whatever, You feeling better now? How much weight you lost? Yeah. By the way, instant weight loss tips.
Take a piss.
And a shit.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, 2.5 pounds lighter. Yo, tell me about that General Mark Miley, man.
General what? Mark Molly?
Yeah, General Mark Miley. I don't know. Motherfucker was a traitor, apparently.
Oh, bro. Yeah. So what the fuck? Yo, yeah. So this general guy, right?
This general guy, you know.
He fucking what he do? When Trump was president, he basically hit up China and was like, "Hey, we're not gonna attack you, but if my guy's gonna attack you, I'll let you know. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'll let
so
you."
he's looking out?
I'll let you. I'll
He's
let
looking
you.
out.
He was looking out for China. This motherfucker, you know. I love my Chinese people,
Wait.
but I'm just saying, like this.
Did he move to China? Because they have no extradition.
No, I mean he's arrested. I'm pretty sure. I thought he was
Oh,
arrested.
see, he fucked up. Dude, how the fuck do you fuck up like that? Even that dude, what's his name?
So
No, but what's the name of the dude that I'm talking about? I know that you're not a mind reader. But he was on Joe Rogan. He came on this like little... he had a TED Talk. He came with this little robot shit. He's in Russia right now. Fuck, come on.
the guy that was
Yo, why
He's
am I drawing
arrested?
a blank? No, he wasn't arrested. He fled.
he fled Russia or he fled
He fled the United
States?
States. He was the guy that said that the NSA was collecting information on us. Come on. Oh, we can't be that dumb. Fuck, are we really that dumb?
No.
Obviously we are. Sandstorm, snowman, Snowden. Holy shit, Snowden.
Thank you. Yes.
Yo, what was the point?
He told us that the NSA was listening to us.
No, I know that. I was trying to make a point. Oh, even he kind of managed to get the fuck out. But this general,
Oh yeah.
But this
Yeah.
like, are you kidding? Yo, that was such a stoner moment, by the way. I was
yeah,
like,
seriously. What are we talking about, man? No. But yeah, so this motherfucker basically, as far as this information came about. Oh, this is another thing. This information came about somebody. I forget who, but somebody wrote a book, and in their book they wrote this story about how this general was like. Did this thing with basically told China he was gonna give him a heads up. So that story, if it's true, that I'm of the opinion that's fucked up. You know, is that you can't fucking Trump may be who he is, but he was still the president. You know, like you can't. That's the commander in chief, man. You know what I'm saying, like,
as a general, as a soldier, I think you take an oath.
right. That's what I'm saying. So if true, that's that. But another thing, talking about like the whole media thing, talking about, this is information. Is this a story that you're just making up
Or is it
as
true?
a Reddit, or did it actually happen? Because we need sources, because this is a big claim. Somebody's saying, oh, so I heard this guy did this.
It is quite possible, though. Like, I mean, spies. So he could have been a spy, but
Sure.
that's what I think. Like, at least the Chinese will
a
provide
lot of
safety
different things
for
are
him.
possible, but we need a source, because if you're not going to provide a source, and also it's like, how come and this happened, this is a recurring theme anytime a news story comes out on somebody's book, is why are you waiting to write your goddamn book to say this? These are
like
such
an emergency.
right. Everyone, the country or whatever, the people need to know, these things. And if you're just fucking hanging on to the information until you tell a goddamn story,
Dude,
to sell a book.
Yo, the Chinese are already in Mexico. Huawei, like, it's big in Mexico City.
What?
Huawei,
What is that?
that's phones. They make.
Oh,
basically,
Huawei.
like,
Yeah.
They're already in fucking Mexico, big time.
Yo, I mean,
And it's like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like we're here all freaking arguing about shit, about these stupid issues. There we go.
on a brighter note,
Brighter, no.
The VMAs. So I want to talk about the VMAs, and I have a lot of shit to say about the VMAs.
I did
First
not
of all,
see the VMAs.
Neither did I, but I saw pictures.
Oh my god!
And the fact, I understand that I'm seeing only one moment of a whole event, but the fact that I saw this, for somebody who doesn't look in social media that much or other shit, that it made it to Yahoo's front page, it's a little bit disturbing. It was two couples making out in the bathroom. Now...
Oh, the picture?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, I don't care about who the two couples are. I don't care about the fact that they're pushing on 50, but still acting like teenagers. That's not my issue. My issue is the fucking bathroom picture. The place where the picture was taken. Didn't we move out of bathroom makeouts already? I thought that was like such a early 2000s shit. I think by 02 we were already over it. Like nobody smoked in the bathroom. Nobody made out in the bathroom. Why would you want to make out in a place where people go to shit? Or take a picture in a place that people go to shit?
¿Por qué?
Because there's a mirror? Well, ask for people to put mirrors in the most someplace else, I guess. I don't know. Go to the store. Yo, every single store from American Eagle to Walmart has a mirror. And that's not in the bathroom. All right, maybe food stores don't, but hey, if you want to take a picture with a couple of melons...
Or just put mirrors in the clubs.
Yeah, but then people become all self-conscious and shit.
Oh,
Yo, mirrors are funny shit, man.
So your solution to this, to these two couples making out in the bathroom is them leaving the club that they're at or the party that they're at. Go find a Walmart.
Well, no. It was the VMAs.
All right, you want these two couples to leave the VMAs, go find a Walmart, take a picture,
no.
and go back.
No, listen. I want them.
That doesn't solve their problem that they need a mirror at the VMAs, and the only mirror they can find is the one in the bathroom.
Again, Kanye, let me finish.
This guy.
I was gonna say, ask the VMAs to put mirrors outside, motherfuckers, if you want to take a. Like, but don't be, be like, yo, can we have like a mirror or some shit? Like, yeah. I think it's a reasonable request that they're willing to facilitate.
I wonder, I mean, it's probably the reason why the bathroom mirror is so popular is just because it's private. It's the most private one. Yeah, it's so private. Hold on, the thing I use to piss on is right behind me.
Click.
And or take a shit,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why?
Because I just told you it's the most private. They have time to make themselves look good, Stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody's holding the door.
While somebody's being 5 feet away from you. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there was. I mean, for that picture to have happened. I don't know, but maybe they're that vain, and but I feel like for that picture to have happened, they would have to been empty.
In which bathroom did it happen? Because they're both male and female figures in that picture.
So that's the future. Unisex bathrooms, man. That's another thing. I don't think the whole bathroom thing is that big a deal, to be honest.
Rapists.
Holy shit!
I'm not trying to do that.
Like you really think really rapists?
I really do.
It's not.
Dude, it's the same shit as walking in, not nowadays, but it's the same shit as walking in Central Park 5 years ago. You get your shit knocked out, especially if you were trying to meet somebody over there. It happened to a coworker of mine.
What?
He went to meet somebody. I think he met them on one of the dating websites for gay people. And they said they meet in Central Park.
No. I'm talking about the bathrooms. Like, how do you equate those things with the bathroom? It's like it doesn't. I really don't think the bathrooms are a big fucking deal.
Okay, I'll tell you. Shit ton of pervert males. Like And
it's not like a people like
bro,
a person
like,
a person
if you have a 13, like, forget the older people. If you have a 13-year-old having access to the same bathroom that women have access to, like, there's gonna be a lot of freaky shit going on, violating the privacy of women. Like, dude, I don't know if
you
remember.
you really think so?
Yes.
If
Dude,
like,
you don't remember when
I'm
you
gonna-
first
I'm
got
gonna need-
like testosterone up in your system, like 11, 12, 13. Dude,
Yeah,
I was like, women were nothing but just pleasure.
Yeah, so then you were an asshole. Like it doesn't.
Pretty much everybody is.
But that doesn't mean that people that it's to me it's not a big deal. If somebody feels comfortable being
Dude,
like,
ask all the women.
Hold on.
Ask all the women if they're willing to go into a bed.
I've yet to find a woman that says that they have a problem with
No. We're talking about both sexes being in the same bathroom at the same time.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like you have the males, you have the females. Like
No. Hold on. That's a
shit.
completely different. Okay, yeah. No. Then my argument makes no sense. Then.
Yeah.
Because if that's what you're going after, like, oh, why can't we have just one bathroom for everybody where each individual person goes in and out?
No, it's a lot have to do with the attitude, man.
Hold on. I have to understand, because that's where I'm getting a little bit confused.
At least from what
Wait, let me ask the question.
Okay.
Are you talking about a bathroom where both sexes can be there at the same time? Or are you talking about a bathroom that both sexes can use at separate times, meaning one person or one sex per time? What I'm saying about this is that you have, the stalls, and then you have the urinals. And you have men and women being in the stalls and at the urinals at the same time. Or are you talking about the ones that, like a restaurant where you go in and out, right? It's not designated by female or male. It's unisex bathroom, but only one, like there's only one toilet and one, and one urinal.
Right.
That's what I'm asking. Like,
I wasn't talking about neither. I was talking about having male restroom, female restroom. And if you feel like you go into the female restroom, like if you're, like a trans person, feel free to go to the female restroom. If you're a trans person, feel free to go. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's like, that's what I meant. Is like that's as far as I care. I don't give a fuck who's peeing next to me. I still think that there should be a male bathroom and a female bathroom, because our attitudes as
okay, I
people,
misunderstood what you were saying.
Yeah. That's why I was also like really confused. I'm like, what are you talking?
Yeah, no, I thought you were like, no,
because
put
those,
them all in the same.
No. I mean, that was the funny thing is that I hadn't even considered that. Like I hadn't even considered that. So like I may think about that, but as of right now, I'm like, it's all about the attitude.
Let the people use the bathroom they feel comfortable, or let the people use the bathroom with the sex they identify with.
Right. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because that's why I was like also, when you said you didn't agree,
because the question becomes, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, and that's gonna throw you off. It is a tangent. The question becomes, can they still take pictures in it, and should they?
You do what you have to do in the bathroom, but as long as you're not impeding on somebody trying to take a piss or trying to take a shit.
Well, and it then becomes the picture. And in which bathroom did it happen? Because there's clearly two people, or let me rephrase that. There are four people that clearly identify each other with different sexes and have no issues with that, right? Two males, two females. And they took a picture making out in the bathroom. The question is, which bathroom did it happen in?
Does it matter?
I'm curious. Does it matter? No, not really. But I'm just curious. Like, I really want to know.
I would, because I think if I had to guess,
male.
I would guess it's the male bathroom. Yeah.
And I'm like, just we don't give a shit. Like
Right.
probably if you were there, I'll probably give them a high five.
Girls give a shit. Like I feel like if you're let's say the four of us, you and your girl, me and my girl are out and shit, and our girls want us to take a picture in the bathroom. Like,
well, first of all, that's not happening.
No, hold on. I know because of you, but I think that they would be okay with it, but other females wouldn't be okay with it. As far as we go, is like, oh yeah, no, it's the fucking bathroom, like, you know.
So can you pour me some more? and also, this bathroom talk led me to think about that story.
What's
that? When we were working in Central Park, there was a dude that used to work in Barnes and Noble, and he was in charge of cleaning the female bathroom.
About the guy?
Yes.
True story from a friend of ours.
For real.
Please go ahead.
So this dude used to come to the liquor store, buy like a couple of nips or half a pint or a pint, whatever. He was like a janitor in Barnes and Nobles that was in the same shopping mall. And he wasn't in charge of cleaning.
He worked in Barnes & Noble, but he was in charge of cleaning the bathrooms.
Yeah, he was in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. He told us one day he comes in pissed off as fuck. Cause he's like, yo, you wouldn't believe what I just cleaned. So he went to the female bathroom, and it looked like somebody took a tampon and just started spinning it in there because there was blood everywhere on the walls.
Yo.
Yeah, that's whoever did this, that is some genius savagery. Like, honestly, I don't think that, thank you, that's the right amount of orange juice.
I know.
I don't think there's anything more savage than this.
Seriously, that shit was
And I hope you remain
bananas.
anonymous, but if you want to come forward, I would so have you on the show because I want to know the thought process behind this act.
Right.
This is an amazing act. No. This is bravery.
This guy was like traumatized. That shit was so funny though. 'Cause, yo, I will never. Did you notice that I knew what story you were talking about?
Yeah.
I knew exactly what the fuck you was talking about.
Dude, it's unforgettable. Like that's a story that I would tell my grandkids.
Looks like she went in there, pull it out, and spit it out. I'm like, what?
Yo, women sometimes can be savage too.
And I think that was the last day that I thought that we were dirtier in the bathroom. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen anything remotely resembling that. You know, I may see a clogged toilet. You know.
By the way, I just want to say that Central Warehouse, Washington Liquors was so much ahead of his time, and when it comes to bathroom, because anybody can piss and shit over there. We didn't give a fuck. All we wanted to do is just keep it clean.
Yeah.
So that's that. But yeah, that's an amazing bathroom story. Like,
bro,
it's crazy the shit that you go through in life, especially when you work with the public. Like, you know, that bathroom story. So, bathrooms done. Afghanistan done. I think we'll resolve that issue. What else we can talk about, man? Let's see. VMAs. Oh, no.
Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, but you know what? Fuck Mike for a second. I want to talk about the coronavirus. And I'm going to go off on a tangent over here. But hear me out. What the fuck is up with all the motherfuckers not wearing masks in sports events? I watch NFL. There's 70,000 people in that stadium. Not many wear masks. What the fuck? I understand. Open stadium, sunshine, we're cool. Coronavirus, as far as we know, does not transmit in sunlight. But it's 8 o'clock.
Because they're athletes, bro.
Well, fuck the athletes. Dude, fuck the spectators.
That's exactly what I was referring to.
What the fuck?
You know, the couch potato being like, hey!
Yo, can we talk
idiot.
about this shit for a second? Like, whose idea was this? I understand you gotta make money. But if this motherfucker is not sipping from a beer, put a mask on after 8 o'clock. After the sun goes down. You know what? Let's be a little bit safer. So, because we don't know. Did you know that there's even a deadlier virus? I mean, variation of the COVID called Lambda. It comes, it comes from Peru. And apparently, check this out. I learned again from Joe Rogan podcast because I listened to this dude.
Bro.
Hold on. Hey, my cigar went out. Motherfucker. All right. So, did you know that they do not COVID test in ICE holding facilities?
I did not know that. No.
And the lambada? No. Sorry. The lambada, that's a dance. The Lambda variant of the virus is deadlier. It came from Peru, and it's already in the United States.
Oh, shit.
Like, we already know how COVID is, right? Like, we already know that Florida is getting fucked by COVID. Did you know that? It's another thing. In Florida, the highest killer of police force is COVID. There was a time where a police officer died per day from COVID in Florida.
Yeah.
Now, if there was a killer out there,
believe you me, I will put up the goddamn source because I saw this too.
yo,
And if we're wrong, then I'll make sure that I'm correcting this. But I'm pretty sure, man. Yeah.
how crazy is that?
It's believable. I'll say that, you know. Yeah, no, it's just bananas. I mean, on the bright side, New York's doing pretty good. Westchester's doing pretty good.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I was talking to my homie yesterday, and like looking at the numbers and shit, like doing pretty all right. Unfortunately, the places that are getting there are, as what was it? I think it was the Bronx, and there was another one.
While you're talking about COVID, I'm gonna go take a leak.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I think everybody, is doing what they gotta do. Just be safe out there, and I hope you'll be able to see your family in the holidays. Huh?
Mask up.
Mask up. Yeah. If you're around,
Close spaces.
Yeah. We vaccinated over here, so we're playing it. We're doing okay. Yeah. I really have nothing. I really got nothing else to say. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna. COVID. I didn't hear your stream, man. How come you didn't piss hard enough, bro?
Okay.
You sounded like a fucking water fountain. What was that? Fucking wanted to jerk off. Oh, silence and violence.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about a little bit about the next episode and what I really want to do as far as wine tasting goes.
Let's do it.
We had a special request from Brandon to try some Australian wine. And one of his favorites is actually Yellowtail. So, in honor of Brandon, we're going to have a Yellowtail, and then we'll have another bottle of Australian wine. And
Do we know what's his favorite Yellowtail?
I'll reach out. He told me, but I forgot. So I'll reach out.
Nah, Yellowtail's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Dude, for everyday drinking,
Yeah,
it's
good. Yeah. My brother actually put me onto it. Like even their blends are pretty good. Like
I haven't tried their blends.
The girl, yeah, like the Cabernet Merlot one. It's pretty good. it's pretty good wine. You know, it's not like the best. You know, not to downplay, but if you just want a decent glass of wine, get the Yellowtail, man.
I second that. Yellowtail, as far as consistency, affordability, and taste goes, it's pretty much unbeatable. Like, you have to actually go out and look for smaller wineries that make similar type of wine that are super consistent like that. And you know one thing I noticed is that all those big brands, the one thing they have in common is that they were able to figure out how to provide consistent product to their clients. So no matter if you taste the Yellowtail, right, because with McDonald's it varies a little bit, I have to be honest, but with wine especially, it doesn't matter if you buy the Yellowtail from Argentina or you buy it in Mexico or you buy it in the United States, it tastes the same consistency of flavor, the same consistency of body.
Enough. It's definitely close enough.
Yeah.
Because you know, understanding wine, you know that it can't possibly be identical every time, but it's close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
You know?
Close enough.
You know, it's yeah.
And with Italy especially, like I'm very surprised by their Proseccos, especially of late. Their Proseccos have stepped up the game so much that that it has become I should say that it has become a standard in a way. Like, I wouldn't have a mimosa with Corben.
Interesting.
Because then I taste
What's the difference in flavor?
it cuts the flow.
Could you be
So for example,
please?
when we put the orange juice inside, it gives that slight sweetness that Proseccos tend to have versus Corben Brutes. It's just dry. So there is like a hard start and stop, and then hard start and stop again, right? So you taste the sweetness first, I think, and then you taste the dryness of the Corben.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
Like versus a Prosecco, there's like it bridges that gap.
Yeah, there's like a blend.
Yep.
It's not a before and after, it's the drink.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried it with the extra dry?
No, I have not. Or maybe I have, but I didn't know about it. But again, for me,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I also like Proseccos, they tend to be a little bit more citrusy. You know, like a little bit more acidity to them. So like, it kind of goes blends better with the OJ.
correct. Also, the OJ gives that feel of it not really being a drink, and it all depends on how much OJ you put in. Like personally, I like the taste of the Prosecco, so I want that to carry throughout.
Right.
But I also want the finish that the OJ gives it. That's why I put just a smidge of OJ inside, because the OJ gives it that like lasting sweetness, right? It gives you that sugarness that the Prosecco is just not able to deliver.
Right.
But because if you drink Prosecco by itself, like there's a smooth start, but then there's a very abrupt end to it. Especially when the bubbles end, to me, like when the bubbles end, that's when it's like, oh, okay. Versus if you put some orange juice inside or like mango juice or whatever you want to put in, it continues that sweetness to the end. It carries that.
Oh. So do you rather drink your Prosecco in a mimosa form than by itself?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Undoubtedly. Especially when I'm in a tropical island somewhere.
But if you want, let's say you just want a glass of bubbly, what do you reach for?
What have I consumed before that glass of bubbly?
I don't know.
Because
let's
if
say,
it's
let's
just
say let's say it's freaking you're on vacation at some island and it's fucking 10 o'clock and you wake up and what are you reaching for?
First is the weed. And afterwards, let's say it's George's. So I don't know if I told you, but I kind of like when I give myself a break, right, from everything, I kind of like I like to go to places that I know, places that I've experienced, and that give me comfort. So, one of those places is Turks and Caicos.
Is
And
what?
Turks and Caicos. It was
Turks and Caicos?
Yes.
Where is that?
off the coast, so it's a little bit above Dominican Republic. Um, and I really like the place. Very small island. I was in the island of Provinciales, and while I was there, I fell in love with the culture. I fell in love with the people. I fell in love with what they had to offer and their mentality. I really like the fact that they were all about local businesses. So you will not find McDonald's over there or Burger King or anything. And I hope they keep it that way, because then they're local shacks that provide the food that are just mind blowing. From conch to jerk chicken, delicious, right? Anyway, so if I was on that island that gives me comfort, I would definitely, in the morning, I would definitely reach for dry champagne, something along the lines of Krug. Like, we're talking about like ultra high end champagne, because if I can afford, it's a little bit expensive over there, but if I can afford to live in Turks and Caicos, I think I can afford a bottle of Dom Perignon then. But I would not drink Dom Perignon. I would drink.
because
Yeah.
we had it.
Yeah, it's
know?
it's great.
It's all right. Yeah,
It's
pretty
it's
good.
it's good, but they're just better champagnes out there. But I'll definitely reach for the champagne.
Yeah,
However, if I was having croissants
right.
and there was food, I would definitely reach for mimosa.
Oh, yeah,
So-
yeah.
Right? Like and
That
and
makes
and the
sense.
routine would be coffee first. Coffee is always important to me.
Yeah.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I drink a cup of coffee before I drink the mimosa.
It's not because
Coffee tastes delicious,
coffee is the best, bro.
dude. Like,
You
what?
Do you drink? Do you care if your coffee is fresh? Let's say you made let's say
Absolutely.
you didn't finish
Absolutely.
your pot of coffee last night.
Oh
and
yeah,
you
I'm
wake
not
up-
drinking that.
and you wake up today. You're not drinking it.
Not drinking it, unless it's iced coffee. That's a different story. Like cold brews.
Yeah.
So what you do with cold brews, right, is you put the coffee in cold water, preferably with a French press, right? You stick it in the fridge, and you press down the coffee to get all the caffeine, but you let it stay for like 24 hours and shit like that. Then yeah. But if it's hot coffee, my hot coffee has to be no more than 3 hours old. I would make a new
Really?
pot. I would make a new pot, yes.
What?
Yep.
Bro, I'll make a pot today. If I don't finish it, I'll finish it tomorrow.
You love coffee more than I do. Or you have different taste in coffee than I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't. Like, if my coffee is room temperature, if I wanted hot coffee and it's room temperature, can't deal with it.
Bro, you know what I don't know, maybe it's just what I did at work. I would grab a glass, fill it up with ice, and fill up my coffee, and then that's my coffee. It's like I just want to drink it. I don't care if
you
it's
don't care?
hot. No, I just want
Yeah, no, I definitely care
I'm
about it.
like
But again, it's the same way with the
that
drinking.
makes sense. Yeah,
Because, like,
yeah.
if, like, for example, I would never make mimosa with Wolf Clicquot, with Moet, with like those brands. Let alone with like Dom Perignon and shit like
Yo, that Moe freaking that sweet one, that wasn't bad.
that. The
You know?
nectar.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Haven't tried it.
You never tried it?
No.
Oh,
I was very against it too.
Because
I was really against
it's almost like a nice late harvest Riesling with bubbles.
it. Interesting.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not something that you drink often, just because it's, at least for me, is the sweetness. You know, like after
A glass or two. It's,
it's like it just
it becomes unbearable.
right. But it's no, it's got a bubbly late harvest. You know.
No, I hear you. For me, again, it all depends where I'm at, what state. I really do pair my alcohol with the way I feel. And I can tell you right away, like, for example, when I'm hanging out with Brandon, Oscar, and the boys, tequila is my go-to. We never drink whiskey, even though individually we do like whiskey. But tequila is what it's like.
That's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like and I noticed that, and there were a few rums that I wanted to bring in to the table, but it has become such an embedded tradition to like, oh no, well, guess what we're gonna do today? We're gonna drink tequila. Because, so for example, last weekend I was with Labor Day, right? Was it Labor Day or the day before? Whatever. We rented a house up in Connecticut. Beautiful house. I mean, very
the
nice.
one that you sent me?
The one I sent you.
Yo, that shit was sexy, bro.
You know what?
Yeah.
Can we post a couple of pictures of that?
Yeah.
We're gonna post a couple of pictures over here. Yeah. I will send you the pictures.
Fucking A, dude.
Amazing house, right? A little excessive for my taste, but very 90s. Like that type of access to have an outdoor and indoor pool that are both heated.
Bro,
that's very 90s
bro,
excessive.
that house is like those 90s, early 2000 high school movies. Like that's where the party is.
Yeah.
You know.
By the way, you know how much that house cost?
Yeah, you said like $1 million, right?
Less than $1 million, $835,000.
Yeah, bro.
But probably the maintenance is a lot because you have a basketball court.
That's how the total price to buy that house.
Yep. $20,000 in taxes yearly, which is affordable.
$20,000 in taxes yearly.
Yeah, which is not bad. You know, in Scarsdale and shit like that, you pay like 30 and above. So for all that space,
damn,
yeah,
30,000.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
So
that's some good shit right there.
So I really want to talk about the house, but what was going with that?
What?
Where was I going with?
Your sneakers have holes in them.
Yeah, to ventilate.
That's cool.
Forget about my sneakers. I was making.
I got distracted. Show the people your sneakers. Look, they got holes in them.
Call Hans for the summer. When it's too hot, you need your feet to ventilate so they don't smell.
Yeah, he ventilates.
I vent and moisturize daily.
And he still smells.
Not as bad. Come on, where was I going with?
I don't remember. We're talking about something.
Shit. Stoner moment, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize.
What were we talking about, bro?
Yeah. Go, you tell me. Shit.
I really don't remember.
All right, fuck it. So let's end it then.
All right.
Because I really don't remember either. Fucking A. All right. On that bombshell of us not remembering shit, thank you for joining episode 12. Oh, no. I just remembered. Fuck that. Scratch that. We're not going to do it.
We're still here.
We're still here. Some with boys and tequila. That's what
right.
I was talking about.
Tequila and the whiskey and shit.
Tequila and the whiskey. So each one of us individually like whiskey.
Yeah.
Each one of us individually drinks whiskey.
Okay.
But because it has become such a tradition, and I said that earlier, I remember now. See the flow. You never give up, ladies and gentlemen. Never give up. See, this is not like another 5 minutes of talking and shit.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, I was ready to quit."
Nah, they're not quitting.
Man.
They're like, you don't say that.
Well, maybe they gotta go like
they were like, what happened
go do
to
their
that?
homework or some shit, you know?
No. Let's go do your homework. Homework is where it's at, by the way. If you really want to put in the work, yeah. Homework. I will tell you, if you really want to put in the work, that's how people get better, right? Like if you look at, and I judge by high performing people, right? High performing people. Who's texting me?
I mean, I did the homework, but I hated homework. I don't know.
Yeah, no. For me, that was the most important part.
But see, and this is why I would love to have a teacher sitting here, because I have so many questions that only a teacher can answer. You know, like
it's the discipline. Simple as that.
But
and I know that I'm
but
simplifying it.
yeah, but like, who takes up on that responsibility? Is it a collective responsibility?
No, it's
does
solely
it
to the
belong-
student. That's exactly when the student learns discipline. Like I was very against
You got to
homework.
teach the student discipline, or you got to like
No.
train them to be
No,
disciplined.
at that point, it becomes
a heads
solely that's homework. I think homework is exactly where you differentiate between the people who have it and people that don't. Now, what I'm saying with that, homework, nobody wants to do homework, but it has to be done, and only the disciplined person, the person that understands that it has to be done, no matter if they want to do it or not, but it just has to be done, will do it, and will put their best abilities of doing it. That's it. That's the only, that's exactly what differentiates the people, is that sports takes that shit to the next level, right? Because then you have to make sacrifices.
But this is a person. This is a person you're trying to teach it new things. And from what I see, where we live, there's a point in the day where every adult clocks out, and they don't.
What do you mean clocks out?
Meaning they go and live their life, go rest.
No, I would disagree. Because when you're an adult, there's really no resting after you clock out from work. But the issue becomes when.
What do you mean?
Well,
But are you thinking of? Yes, there are those moments where you go home and you think about work. But
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
But if you're training a mind, a new mind into basically living with us, there has to be a point in the day after you like bombard them with information, not necessarily bombard them, but like you just feed them information constantly, that the brain itself needs a break. I'm not saying
I would agree
saying
with that. The brain itself does need a break.
right. So being that they're young, going through school is like school itself is intense as fuck. But like, just focus it when you're in school. If you leave, that's when you offer like extracurricular activities. If they're interested, they could come here and do this. But replace homework with extracurricular activities. Have them do other shit. Don't test
But
them.
homework is where it's at.
That's what you said, and then that's why I disagree. It's like, I mean,
Look,
but there's more you can achieve in extracurricular activities.
I don't think so.
or just mental rest than you can from homework.
No, I don't think so.
Please.
It's the time you spend on it. So, if you're saying that, and this is what I'm understanding, you're saying that if a dude or a person is good at math, right, and they have homework, that'll be tedious to them. They can
Not tedious to them. Just let's just give his brain a rest.
hold on. Okay, yeah, I understand that, but that's not what it is. It's homework is where you find what you're interested in. Because one thing I realized throughout my life is that procrastination is a two-edged sword, right? Meaning, procrastination can really fuck you up, but it also shows you something that maybe that's not what you're interested in. So homework, in a way, you can use as a navigator to see where your strengths are and what you're interested in. What I'm saying is that you as a musician, right? I don't expect you to be doing any type of math homework or English homework. But if you were giving homework in guitar, and you have to learn how to play this sequence or whatever, the homework is where you get better at the craft that you're most interested in, and that's why it matters, right? So, for example, and I'm a big fan of football people.
Football people?
Yeah, people that actually people that football players. And there was an interview
I know
on.
what you meant.
No, I know. There was. I was just looking at my text because I'm meeting another friend tonight, and
Oh shit!
they're talking about what time to meet up.
This guy.
Yeah,
Can't
no.
multitask.
Those are really good friends of mine. One of them very highly successful people, and I love being around those people. So this is important to me. And so back to the homework thing. If you look at all the great football players, they went home and did homework. Either that they studied the next team that they're playing, either that they worked on their skill, like throwing the ball, catching the ball, whatever. They were consistently working on their craft in their spare time, with them believing that this is what is not necessary for success, but them spending the time on that is important.
Right.
So that's why homework comes in. If you ask me, homework comes in very heavy over there.
Right. So that's a very specific. I feel like that falls into the extracurricular activities, because that's selective homework.
Well,
it's
no,
not.
That's work homework.
What I was saying, no, because you're talking about a specific individual that is interested in playing football.
Well, he's a professional, so that's professional, right?
Right.
But if you put it back, that discipline is learned through homework.
Through homework, as in
when they were first or second grade, they knew that they have to do this shit before they can go and do the shit that they're interested in. So there were certain things that were required for them to achieve or to perform in, even though they didn't require that for them to become great in their craft. Those are things that they needed to do so they can become great in their craft. And that's why the discipline comes in. It's like, it's not about you wanting to do it, it's about you having to do it. Because at the end of the day, that translates.
That's interesting.
That translates to the discipline you work out to do the
so
things you love to do.
So if I'm understanding, you're saying that even if it's just like math homework or English homework, you should still do it so that you
should still
train your mind to, like, okay, in order for us to move forward tomorrow, you need to do this.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
That's
So
interesting.
It also becomes.
Can you like?
I can elaborate on the specifics when you can become a professional. For example,
I feel like when you become a professional, homework is expected. I'm talking about at the younger stages of an individual growing up in kindergarten, etc. Like that was the homework I was referring to specifically, because there comes a point where you try to teach a kid something, and then so I've had enough for the day, but or maybe maybe not no homework. It's just
but there's still a break between school time and homework time.
Yeah.
There's still that break that you have, right? It's what you do with that break. Like, I'm not saying that you should put the kids directly from finishing school directly to doing homework unless that's what they like and that's their flow, because there's somebody that out there that likes flow. That's like, oh, you know what? I'm already here.
Progressive.
No. Meaning flow from progressive. Yeah, she can get it.
Man, she's nice.
So, they're like for me, for example, and that's one thing that I'm big with, and my girlfriend / domestic partner / the love of my life can attest to that. I'm a big believer that you should do what you're already there, so might as well do it. Like, for example, when you eat, right? When you eat and you eat, let's say, in the living room, and then you bring your kitchen to the you bring your stuff to the kitchen afterwards to wash it, you're already there, just might as well just wash it, right? Like, why would you break that flow? Because then you have to remember that you have you're already there. So I'm a big proponent of that. but because that's how I work the best. I'm like, I'm already here, might as well do it. Right? There are other people that are like, I want to focus on what I was doing prior.
Yeah.
So and she's that type of person. So for her, the dishes 5 hours later doesn't bother her.
Right.
But it bothers me because you're already there. Because in my eyes is you're working, let's say you're eating while you're working, right? Which is something that happens a lot in corporate America, or at least, let me rephrase that, it happens a lot in my life. I do eat and work at the same time a lot. But I cannot really concentrate on work while I'm eating. So for me, it's better to finish eating, clean my shit, and then go back to work. While she's the type of person that concentrates better on work while she's eating. So for her, it's better to go and finish the work and then deal with the dishes, right? Like so there's this, like, and I understand this dynamic, and it's a very interesting dynamic, to be honest. It does create a lot of conflict. It does create, and conflict that we're able to resolve, and that's why I love fell in love with that person, right? Because we're able to resolve those conflicts, and that's why I think that homework becomes important. And on top of that, it's also honing a skill. It pushes you that way to hone the skill that you want to be in and the profession you want to be in and how you want to contribute to society. Because, you know, everybody thinks that they can achieve something, but as Carl Jung said it, you are what you're doing, not what you said you're gonna do. And I read that quote recently, and it stuck with me. I was like, holy shit. Like, that is a reality.
Yeah, to think otherwise is silly pants. It's just a bunch of silly pants.
Yeah. All right. On that bombshell.
Bombshells.
No. I gotta finish the tequila story. Gotta finish the tequila story. God damn
that was
it.
I thought that was it. There's more?
No, there's a little bit more. Beside the fact, it has become.
Oh, there is a little bit more.
There's a little.
There's a little bit more.
Yo, fill it up. All right, let's do this. And just a smidge of the juice, por favor. By the way, I think I'm gonna move out either to France or Spain.
Really?
No. Why are you gonna put it there, man? We're displaying the bottle, so the folks know what we're doing.
Hold your glass over here.
I hold my glass over there.
Because I ain't trying to pour the shit over the
That's it.
equipment.
Look at that. Smidge.
Look at that smash.
Smells like oranges. But fake oranges.
Oh,
Smells like sugar, actually.
Yo, non-GMO. That's
Stupid.
non-GMO.
Anyway, cheers
Oh, yeah, bro.
to another good episode.
Good episode. Wait, that was a weak one. I need to cling. Yeah. Salud.
All right. So, even though
I'm gonna have to edit those parts where we're like, oh wait, goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Cause
no. Let it be.
all right.
Let it be. Let it flow. Because then we can learn from that flow. So,
From the flow. Continue, sir.
my boys and I want to say my boys, my family boys, we all drink the tequila when we're together. There hasn't been a time where we drank something else. I think last week in that house we drank a little bit of rum, but like because it was available. The whole idea is that everybody would either bring a tequila, but now I think that we will be forming it to the point where we're gonna group the money together. We're gonna choose what tequila we're gonna drink. We're gonna get 2 bottles of that. And even though personally, I love tequila.
You love tequila.
And the reason why I love tequila is because Oscar put me on to tequila.
Good job.
And then that became a bonding thing where it's like, oh yeah, when I'm hanging out with that dude, definitely drinking tequila. And the fact that tequila is just so tasty nowadays, it has become such a high quality drink. Gone are the days of tequila shots where you throw up your guts afterwards. Those are just gone. At least they're gone for me. I never want to try Jose Cuervo ever again, especially that cheap ass $12.99 bottle, ever. That would just ruin the tequila experience.
Discrimination over here. It's fucked up.
No, it's not. The tequila is Mexican.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, because you sip it, you know. People that drink in the Cuervo does it because it's good for shots. You know, you're out partying and shit. But good shit. It's kind of funny because you're drinking more tequila. And I'm like, what are these brands you talking about, man? But do you go for like the smaller companies, or do you guys have a type of brand that you go for, or these like blind tastings?
No, we go for usually añejos, and we taste everything. So, for example, there's one tequila that I've always wanted to taste, and it's because it's owned by a comedian. It's called Tequila Numero 1. And
you haven't tasted it yet?
No, it's pretty much unavailable in the tri-state area. Like Total Wines and Liquor out in New Jersey just recently got it, and they got their.
Is it expensive?
Yeah, it's like $100,000.
El diablo.
Oh, dude, that's like nothing. Like this.
Excuse me, mite like.
No. It's not even that. Like it's not even. I don't know. Like for me, it's more justifiable spending $160 on a bottle of tequila than it's on whiskey, and I don't know why. I just enjoy the experience of like bonding. Like I know that I'm gonna share it. It's like a joint. Like I know that I'm gonna share it with my boys. I know that I'm gonna like drink from it. By the way, we're definitely inviting you to the next party.
Oh snap!
I'm definitely gonna be sharing it, and that's the experience for me. So for me, that like I do have a ceiling, right? But like for example, my ceiling, yeah, like I would not spend more than $200 on a bottle.
El diablo.
But also for me, it's like I'm not spending $200 on a bottle of liquor. I'm spending $200 to go to my boy's house and spend the whole day with them, drinking it, talking shit, laughing, which is way cheaper for me than spending that going to a New York City club.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I value this. Like for me, it's not like,
should go to the park. You know, bring those like Capri Suns. You know, just chill out in the park. It's free.
That's what we do it in the backyard usually. But that's the thing. Like we
people watching is fun though. People watching, I like people watching.
I love people watching, but I don't want to do that one with my boys. Because I want my whole attention focused on them and what they gotta say, what has their experience has been in the recent months or weeks that we haven't seen each other.
You can't focus if there's people walking around?
No, because then there'll be like something funny that I see, and I'll be like, yeah, check this out, and I'm like, But
no, that's cool, man. I get it, man. That's
for example,
dope,
to go back to this weekend, we invited to a family member's birthday. We go out there. And I already know, like, Brandon is going to be there, Oscar is going to be there, so I'll bring this nice tequila. Oscar brought up a pretty good tequila. Brandon is on the grill grilling shit. We're all talking. We're listening to music. And for me, that's the $200 or the $100 that I'm spending.
Right.
I don't give a shit about anything else because I know that if I want to have the same amount of fun, but in a New York City, and especially in a bar or club anywhere, it's going to cost me like 3 or 4 times more. So us being in a house together, for me, it's more valuable, and me spending the money on the house because I don't want to feed them bad shit, right? It's like it's always the best for my boys, like the same shit that we did over here.
Right.
Oh, by the way, we bought these from Leewood Liquors. It's exactly down the street from
Leewood.
It's exactly down the street from the studio. So fucking go visit them sometime. Pretty good people over there.
Yeah.
And it's quite dope that the fridge, it's right underneath the counter.
Sick.
I know.
Sick.
I know. That was a great innovation, by the way.
That's a good move.
That's a good move. Like the fridge, like I went in and there is the counter and then you have like the fridge down here. And there's like a lady driving a Toyota Tacoma looking at me with her mask on.
It's because you know, I mean,
Because I'm
she look nice, yeah, bro. You know,
'Cause I'm me.
yeah, because he's him.
All right. I mean, I think I don't think I am done with the tequila stories and why we drink tequila. And when we spend so much money on tequila, holy
Tequila.
shit. Plus, it's Mexican, so it's stimulating the Mexican economy. And that's the type of people that I want to be around.
Yeah, Mexicans are fucking cool, bro.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
But best friend over here.
All right, motherfuckers.
On that bombshell,
On that
thank you for
other
joining.
bombshell. This time is for real.
Yeah, for real. All right, later. Peace.